and welcome! My name is Jocelyn and today I thought we would put some makeup on my face. A lot of the things, okay, not a lot of the things, some of the things are things that I have never used before, so it's kind of going to be a testing new makeup video along with just some favorites of mine that I'll use to put my face together today. If you caught my most recent haul video, it was my Sephora VIB and Ulta 20% off sale haul video, then I'm going to be using some of those products. I also went through my collection and pulled out a couple things that I have not used before that were just sitting there waiting for me to use, and I thought I would use them for the first time today. I'm very excited. So let's go ahead and get started. Obviously, I don't have anything on my face yet. I'm going to pin my hair back. This isn't going to be a super chatty video, I don't think. I think it's just going to be primarily talking about the makeup. I did do my skincare this morning, so I have some Drunk Elephant moisturizer on and some eye cream, but it's been maybe an hour or so since I applied that, so it's nice and sunk into my skin. Let's get started. So the first thing we're gonna go in with is this Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. This is an old product that I've used and it works really well. If you're looking for a drugstore eye primer, this is the one I would most definitely recommend. I noticed that it works very similar to the Urban Decay All Nighter Primer Potion, so I mean, if you can save a couple bucks, why not? I don't know that I would repurchase the Urban Decay one just because this one works so well. All right, so there is that. Eye primer is done. I am gonna go into my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I have been using this shade right here, the most light shade in the palette, to set from the crease up so that blending is a little bit easier. It's kind of the perfect shade for my skin. It just really matches quite well, and I get use out of this product in the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette because normally I never used this shade in there. It just kind of sat there dormant, so I'm excited to finally be getting some more use out of this palette. All right, so the first new product that we are going to be using today, this is a product I've had in my collection for a very long time but just never used. It is the Blushing Berries palette by Dose of Colors. Now I bought this one and I bought the Sassy Siennas at the same time. I've used the Sassy Siennas and I really like it, but I haven't used the Blushing Berries yet. I did swatch it because I almost used it the other day, but then I thought I would save it for this video because I hadn't ever used it before. The shades in this are just so pretty. It's an all matte palette, so obviously we're gonna have a full matte look. The only thing that I think I'm gonna do is take the Stila Kitten eyeshadow and pop it pretty significantly in the corner and maybe drag it into my lower lash line a little bit to add a pop of glitter. I'm really excited. I always think I wanna do a full matte look and then never end up doing it. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is take this shade all over the lid and then this in the crease, this one in the crease, and then this one maybe like halfway from my mid to outer V of the eye. That's what I'm thinking. So what I think I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna take this lightest shade right here, and although I'm gonna put it all over the lid, I'm gonna start with it in the crease so that I can then go in with this shade and it'll make it a little easier to blend. I'm gonna go in with a very fluffy brush and I'm going to pick that lightest shade up and work it into the crease. There is, so far, I mean, I've only used one shade, but that one shade is a little bit powdery in the pan, kicking up quite a bit. That doesn't bother me at all, just in case it bothers anybody. Actually, let's go ahead and put that shade over the rest of my eye while we're at it, while we are here. I have this flat shader brush that I'm going to use to pick up that lightest shade, and we're just gonna put it on the rest of my eye. And I'm going to take another blending brush and just make sure that we've got lots of pigment before we start adding more colors. Okay, so now we're gonna take a Morphe 433 brush and I'm gonna pick up that next darkest shade, so this one right here, and we're gonna start working that into the crease. I really like this shade. Okay, so what I think I want to do next is take that pink shade, the one right in the middle, the very raspberry shade, and I'm gonna take this little flat shader brush and I wanna just kind of place that in the outer portion, kind of the mid to outer portion of my eye, just to get that pink color on the outer corner. Because I don't want it to be the dominant color, but I do want some of that pink right there. And then I'll blend a little bit. And then I think we've got that raspberry shade right there, but I think what I want to do is take my most pointed blending brush. This is the M441 brush, and the Morphe M441. And then I'm going to take this darker shade, not the darkest shade, but that darker shade, and I'm going to put that just a little bit in the outer corner of my eye, just to add a little more depth right out there. Okay, so it's pretty quick and easy. Next, I'm gonna put eyeliner on, and I am just using, I'm not gonna probably do it on camera because I have to get up close and personal with my mirror and it just wouldn't come out anyways, but I am gonna use my Kat Von D tattoo liner. Still looking for a less controversial version of this. I haven't found something quite as good. The Epic Ink NYX liner did come really close, but I haven't repurchased that. I did have a very bad experience with that, but it did work really well. So for now, today though, we are going to use the Kat Von D tattoo liner, so I will be right back. All right, eyeliner is on. Now we are moving on to base products, so face products. I guess they're all technically face products. But the first thing I'm going to use is my Too Faced Hangover RX primer, because I am using kind of a more heavy foundation today, so I thought I would use something a little more moisturizing. Although I have primarily oily skin, I do like to make sure that it is properly properly hydrated. That's the word I'm looking for. Today I am using another favorite of mine. This is the Cover FX Power Play Foundation. I have mine in the shade N20. So I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand, pick it up with my booty blender. One thing about this foundation that I will note is that it is a little bit more challenging to work with because it's kind of thick, and when you put it on, you really have to work to blend it out. I mean, it blends out beautifully and it's really good for skin that needs that extra coverage. It's quite full coverage. It takes a bit to work with it, but I really like the finish that it gives my skin. Okay, so we are done with foundation. Let's move on to concealer. So the concealer that I'm going to be using today is an old favorite of mine. It is the Rainforest of the Sea Aqua Concealer by Tarte, and I'm going to put this just in my usual places. So below my eyes, I have a few spots, my lower cheek area that I'd like to cover up, and I think that's kind of it. Alright, so I am the kind of person that desperately needs to set their concealer and kind of foundation pretty quick. So I'm going to go in with my RCMA No Color Translucent Powder and set all of that stuff I just put on my face. Lately, I've been really enjoying going in with a Sigma F64. It's a soft blend concealer brush. This is what it looks like, and using that to set my under eyes. It's so soft and just kind of perfect to put powder right underneath my eye. I'm gonna use my ColourPop. This is does not have a name, but it is their fluffy powder brush to powder the rest of my face. All right, we are nice and caked up. Not really, I didn't cake up, but I am nice and powdered. I think what I want to do next is put my eyebrows on, because we've had enough of whatever is going on my forehead right now. Go ahead and comb through them a little bit. I mean, I don't have much there to comb through, but I do have enough that let's just make sure they're all where they need to be. For my eyebrows, I always use the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade. This is in the shade Taupe. It's the one that matches kind of red hair the most, and I like to take it on my, the brush that I use, my favorite brush to use for my eyebrows is the Japonesque 340 brush. It's the only brush that I've really found that is this thin. It's really hard to find angled brushes that are thin enough. I think this would work really well for eyeliner also, but I hardly ever use pomade eyeliners, so I just use it for my eyebrows. And I like to put the the pomade from the kind of like right about here on my eyebrows over. And I like to carve out the top a little bit because my eyebrows are so sparse. They kind of need a lot of help. I also take it on the bottom arch of my brow just because I really need that definition because my brows, there's just not a lot there to work with. Because look at that difference. Wow. All right. And that's without even doing anything to the front portion of my brow. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Okay. So I think they look decently good enough, right? Okay, so I've wiped off my brush. Now what I like to go in with is the Anastasia the Brow Wiz in the shade Taupe again. And I just kind of comb that through the bottom part of my front brow, a little bit of the middle. I just kind of do quick little motions. And then I also take it at the very front and just kind of really define it there. I mean, you might not notice too much of a difference between the two sides, but I notice a difference there. And that's about how I do my brows. Much better. We got some brows going on. Okay, so I've done that. Now let's move back to the eyes, back to my little palette right here. I'm going to start with the lightest shade, again, this shade right here, and I'm going to actually use, I think, the brush that it came with because it comes with this really nice pointed end, and I'm going to take that lightest shade and start putting it on my lower lash line. And I'm not going to bring it all the way in. I'm going to leave a little bit of space there because that's where I want to put that glitter shade. Okay, I don't really love this brush totally for this purpose, but it does the job. Next, I'm going to go in with the next darkest shade, this one right there. And I'm going to kind of pop that not all the way, not on the entire lower lid, but maybe from the mid to the end. Okay, now that I have that on there, I'm going to take this little blending brush from Morphe. It's the E17. This has quickly become one of my favorite brushes. If you ever place an order with Morphe, I would highly recommend checking this brush out. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with just a little bit of that. I'm going to skip over that raspberry shade and head straight to that second darkest shade. I'm going to put a little bit of that on the lower lash line on the outer corner. Just a little bit. Perfect. Cool. Eyes are almost sort of kind of done, but not because there's still a lot left. So the next thing I'm going to start working on is my cheeks. I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. This shade right here I'm not showing you because it's currently in my project pan and I've got some progress on it that I would like to hold off on showing you until my update, but we are going to use that today because it's the one I'm working on. It is more of a contour shade, but that's fine. Just kind of pop that right here into my cheekbones. Right, and then I'm going to take some of that shade and I'm going to pop it up here in the corners of my forehead. Moving on to blush. This is another new product right here. It is the blush palette by Jouer. This is in the shade Adore. This is the Adore Blush Bouquet. Look at how beautiful this packaging is. Oh, I just want to try everything from Jouer. This comes with the shades Adore Me, which is this shade over here, and Hold Me, which is this shade over here. So what I think I'm going to do is take Adore Me, this peachy shade right here, and I'm going to apply that to my cheeks. I've never used this palette before, so I am very excited. The brush I think I'm going to use is the Real Techniques blush brush. This is their 302 from their Brush Crush collection. We're going to pick some up and just apply it. That's so pretty. Oh, good choice. I picked this palette up during the Sephora VIB sale and I am so far very, very happy with it. I might actually end up bringing this with me to Disneyland because I like it so much. Okay, so that takes care of blush and bronzer. Next we have highlight, and I have a new highlight palette. This is, oh, so exciting. So I was sent by Kevyn Aucoin and Octoly the Kevyn Aucoin the Neo Highlighter Sahara Golden Rose Glow highlight palette. The thing with these Neo highlighters, and I think they have a Neo blush maybe also, and maybe even a bronzer compact, is that it comes with 3 different shades. So you have the lightest shade, a more rose gold kind of toned shade, and a bronzier highlighting shade. So you kind of have 3 in 1, which I really appreciate. And then you also get this gigantic mirror in here. It's a really, really nice mirror. This is actually going to be really nice for travel. Also, if you can tell by the packaging, it comes with like an ombre magenta to black packaging. Oh, I'm so excited to try this. I've always wanted to try Kevyn Aucoin, so I was so excited when it popped up on the Octoly website, and even more excited when I got approved for it. So it's pretty hard to tell on the camera, but there is the bronzier, the rose gold, and then the lightest shade. So let me read the back of this. So this is the Sahara Golden Rose Glow palette. Soft, radiant shades come together in this universal highlighter to create a natural, luminous glow. That's what I thought. It's supposed to be a more natural highlight, which is totally fine. I think that we're kind of moving a little bit that direction. We're moving away from the blinding highlights and more towards a natural highlight, which I like both of them. So it'll be interesting to see how well they show up on the skin. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take right here, so right in between that rose shade and the lightest shade, because I want to see what it looks like. So we're gonna take a Morphe, what is this, 501 M501 brush, dip it in there. We've got quite a bit of product. Ooh, you can definitely see it there. Oh, that is really pretty. Can you see it? It definitely provides a very, like it says, soft oh my god. I'm also gonna take some, and I think I'm gonna go more towards the very lightest shade, and I'm gonna take some and put it on the tip of my nose. Oh, that's so pretty. I also like to take it a little bit right here. Right here. Oh, I really, really like this. Oh, I'm so happy I like this. You know, you just never know. And then I'm gonna take a little bit right up here. This seems like the perfect shade for a brow bone highlight. Oh, yes. This is so pretty. Oh, it's just such a soft, pretty highlight. This is an A+ product from me. I think that these compacts are $58, so definitely a little bit expensive. Okay, a lot of bit expensive, but I love this. I've always wanted to try Kevyn Aucoin. The brand itself is pretty great. They're cruelty-free. It's a high-end product. The packaging on this feels very luxurious, very sturdy. I really love the idea of this melding of shades together. I really enjoy this. Big thanks to Kevyn Aucoin and Octoly for sending this to me. I will link, of course, these products down below so you can check them out for yourself if you would like. And let's move on. What do I have left? I have mascara, lips, and inner corner highlight, and I think that's it. Oh, I almost forgot to put a brow gel in my brows. Hold on, let me do that real fast. This is the Anastasia brow gel. So I think what I'm first gonna do is take the Stila eyeshadow in the shade Kitten, and I'm gonna put this in my inner corner, and I want this to really wha-bam. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this small Morphe M506 brush, and I'm going to wet it because I really want that extra metallic look, right? So we're gonna wet the brush, we're gonna pick up some of this product, and I might have used the wrong brush, but that's okay. And we're gonna put that right here. We're gonna take it in just a little bit, and then we're gonna take it down here. Ooh, I like it, 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 I like it. Oh, I'm so happy that this is turning out how I imagined it in my head. All right, so next we have a mascara. This is the other product that I received from Kevyn Aucoin and Octoly. This is the Expert Mascara. Now, I have used this one, and I originally was gonna wait to use it for this, like for the first time in this video, but I've found with mascaras, a lot of times they perform differently the first, second, and maybe even third time you use them. So I thought I would get a jump start, and I'm really glad that I did, because the first time I used it, although I really liked the results, it took a little while to kind of warm the product up and get it to perform optimally on the eyes. So I've used it probably for the past maybe this is maybe the 4th day, and I really, really, really like this. This mascara is $29. It will be linked down below along with some of these other products, but here is what the wand looks like. It has this really unique, almost like snake head kind of feature to it. I don't really notice too much a difference in using one part versus the other, but what I do notice about this is that it does such a good job of coating, separating, and lengthening the lashes, which I really, really love. So let's go ahead and put it on. All right, so there it is with one layer, basically. I'm gonna go in and do another layer after I do my other eye. But this is what it looks like with one layer, which even this I think looks really pretty. I really, really love the way it separates and defines the lashes. I hate the look of super clumpy lashes. And whenever I see somebody with super defined, pretty lashes, I'm always like, I want that. And this so far is giving me that. So very exciting. Let me go on to the other eye. All right, so now both eyes have one layer of mascara on. I am going to go back in and do a second layer and then show you what 2 layers looks like, which, I mean, you probably won't notice too much of a difference, but I noticed a difference. All right, and there you have 2 layers of this mascara. Again, this is the Kevyn Aucoin, the Expert Mascara. I am loving this and will highly consider purchasing it when I run out of mascaras. I know that there's a lot of drugstore mascara options out there, but I haven't found one that does this to my lashes. I really enjoy this. I think this retails for $29. I'm no stranger to high-end mascaras. This one might be my new favorite high-end mascara. I don't know, we'll have to see, but I really like it. Okay, so mascara is on. I think the only thing I have left is lips, and I have my last, oh no, wait, I have lips and setting spray. Both of these are brand new products to me. Very exciting. We're ending on 2 new products. I keep seeing this highlighter whenever I turn my head, and I freaking love it. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, we're gonna do lips, and I have this Jouer liquid lipstick or lip cream in the shade Noisette. It is a brownish color. I think it'll fit really well with this look. I don't really want to put a lip liner on, so we're not going to. Hopefully that won't be a mistake. So here we go. Oh my god. I haven't ever used one of these lipsticks before. I hope that they're good. Oh, it smells so good. I want to just eat it. Don't worry, I won't. Ooh. Oh, this feels really good. I think that these dry down a lot more than I was originally expecting them to. I thought they were gonna be more of just like an actual liquid lipstick, not a liquid matte lipstick. I can already feel it starting to dry down, which I like. I think it looks pretty good with this eye, right? Kind of. It's a very unique color, I think. I'll definitely have to keep you updated on how this wears throughout the day. Maybe not in this video, but in some kind of haul follow-up or something of that nature. A little sticky, but that might go away after some time. I mean, it was easy to apply. I didn't have to use a lip liner. It looks pretty decent. So the last thing that I have to share with you today, something I haven't used, is the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. I've had this in my collection for a year now. I bought it to replace my Urban Decay setting spray when I ran out of that, but I have yet to run out of that. It takes me forever, apparently, to go through setting spray, but I haven't used it yet, so I thought I would use it for the first time today with you. All right, I've heard that it sprays really well, so let me back up. For some reason, I'm nervous. Let me... Whoa. Oh my god. People weren't kidding. Whoa. Oh my gosh. The spray. Wow. Okay, you know what? I really thought that all of those like higher end, those well-known beauty gurus were bullshitting us when they said that the spray on this was amazing, but the spray on this is amazing. I've never felt a spray like this before. It's really just like a sheen comes and washes across your face. That was incredible. I mean, I don't know how well it will keep my makeup in place, but the sheen on this is pretty incredible, so I'll give it that. All right, and here you have the finished look. I am actually extremely happy with the way this turned out. I really love the eyes. The highlighter is beautiful. The lipstick I'm actually pretty excited about too. Hopefully it doesn't crepe and dry and wear weird on my lips, but don't worry, you will know if it does. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with the way that my makeup turned out today. The blush is really pretty. Oh wow, okay, very excited. Let me know what products you have been using that are new to your collection that you've been enjoying lately, or just products that you've been enjoying lately, whether they're old favorites or new favorites. Let me know down in the comments below. Am I missing out on anything? Have you tried any of the Dose of Color palettes, these 5-pan palettes? What do you think of them so far? The ones I've tried, the only 2 that I've tried, I freaking loved, especially this one. I think I might like the Blushing Berries a little more than the Sassy Siennas. This is so pretty. I'm so excited. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up before you go. And if you want to subscribe for more content from me, don't forget to do so before you go. All buttons are down below. And I think that's everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Psst. Hey, swipes. Kitty, 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 kitty. Hi, how's it going? Hey. Okay, bye.